In the previous lesson, you learned that with the integrated encoders, the VEX cortex can automatically adjust the motor power levels with an algorithm called PID speed control. Open the Forward for Distance with IMEs program open from the earlier lesson. To enable PID control on the motors, open the Motors and Sensors setup. Under the Motors tab, you can see that PID control checkboxes are available for ports 2 and 3. Check both boxes to enable PID control on each motor. If you want to turn off PID control, you can uncheck these boxes. When writing programs that have PID enabled, avoid giving movement commands for 100% speed. 100% power doesn't allow the PID algorithm to make adjustments to speed up the motor if it gets behind. After all, it can't adjust the motor power over 100%. Also, avoid enabling PID in remote control programs, since motor speed is already rapidly being adjusted by the values of the joysticks. The adjustments you make with the joysticks will conflict with the adjustments the PID algorithm tries to make, and will result in jerky robot control. Okay, now let's try it out. Save your program with a new name. Forward for Distance with PID. Make sure the Cortex is connected to your computer over VexNet or the USB cable. And compile and download your program. To observe the values of the motors and encoders as the robot runs, you can go to Robot, Debugger Windows, and select Motors. Now that the motors and encoders are one integrated unit, you can observe both values in the Motors Debugger window. Place your robot in a location where it has enough room to move forward. Run the program twice, once to observe the robot, and once to watch the encoder values on the Motors Debugger window. The robot moves noticeably straighter with the PID algorithm assuring that each motor is moving at the desired speed. And you can see that the values of the left and right integrated encoders stay very close together. If you remember from the automatic straightening lessons, when the encoder values match, the robot is moving straight. In this lesson, you learned how to enable PID speed control and enabled it in your program. This is a very powerful ability, but the closed-loop control provided by the integrated encoders can be used for even more advanced control. Move on to the next lesson to learn how to set a target distance for your robot to travel.